And now it's time for the Great American Race, the first event of the Season 2 of the Sunoco Cup Series, the Daytona 500. 20 laps right here. And on the pole, qualifying at 194.129 miles an hour, is the number 22 Maxwell Ford of Dylan Poteet, a brand new ride for this season. And on the outside will be the number 5 Levi Garrett Lumina of rookie Dylan Ruiz. In row number 2 will be another rookie, the number 36 of Jonathan Gators in the Cox Lombard Pontiac. And on the outside will be Alexander Dawson, the man who finished second in the points last season in the 10 Purelator Chevrolet. Row number 3 will be Dylan Kilburn, another rookie, in the number 14 Copenhagen Olds. And Zach Carlson in a new ride for Season 2, the number 4 Kodak Olds. Row number 4 will be Stephanie Naylor, also in a new ride, the number 88 Crisco Pontiac, and the champion Chantel Ibarra alongside the number 79 Olds. And in row number 5 will be the 33 Skull Bandit Olds of Skylar Harris and the number 21 of Ryan Cooper, making his return in the Citgo Ford. Row number 6 will be Tim Fiegel and Jennifer Hughes. Row 7 will be Johnny Gardner and John Acosta. Row 8 will be SKYLYNN CARLSON and Trent Dunham. Row 8 will be Alex Filter and Keon Shaw. Row 9 will be Kathy CANTARA and Tim Walch. Row 10 will be Justin Acosta and Josh Osborne. Row 11 will be Eric Matthews and Austin Hughes. Row 12, well, actually that'll be, row 13 will be Liam Campbell and Keith Batson making his move up to the Sunoco Cup Series. Row 13 will be Colin Cropley and the Sunoco Busch champion last year, Faith Johnson. Row 14 will be Nick Baxter and Michael Dawson. That's actually row 15. Row 16 will be Daniel SCHWAB, the Bud Shootout winner, and John Dawson. Row 17 will be Connor Breton and Levi Schones, Bob Marshall and Ray Castor, Dylan Hughes and James Qualls, Joseph Lombard and Fred Christopher, and Sasha Dawson and Trey Campbell will tail the field in a couple of new rides. So that'll be your starting grid. 20 laps right here at Daytona, the Daytona 500. First event of the Sunoco Cup Series. A bunch of rookies, a bunch of returning drivers, a bunch of new rides, and a couple of old rides too. And a couple of drivers stepping up to the big time, in the case of Keith Batson and Faith Johnson, who are 1 and 2 in Season 1 of Sunoco Busch Series. As they come down, pace car pulls off. 20 laps right here at Daytona. Green flag flies. Dylan Poteet gets a little bit of a jump, followed by Jonathan Gators. Dylan Poteet, who did not have a good year last year, only won once, and that was just barely at the second Charlotte event. Gets a pole to start off the year, so that starts off on a very good note. He's actually driving the car that was driven by Eric Matthews last year, a teammate, and took to the winner's circle on 2 occasions, at the first Charlotte event and then at Sonoma. But now it's Jonathan Gators leading. Here comes Dylan Kilburn right there in the second. 3 wide racing going on. You see on the high side is the outside pole sitter, Dylan Ruiz. There's Stephanie Naylor coming in, the number 88 Crisco Pontiac. Last season she came very close to winning on multiple times. Ironically, right here, the CASTOR GTX Cup, actually the Busch Nationwide Series spin-off of the CASTOR GTX Cup, Stephanie Naylor got a win. They spread it out nicely out there. You saw Jonathan Gators and Dylan Poteet go way high up there. And Dylan Kilburn, a rookie, will take the number 1 spot. Here comes the defending Daytona 500 winner, Tim Fiegel, in a new ride, the number 13, Glidden Paints Lumina, but Stephanie Naylor's going to get the lead and then cut off Tim to get the number 2 off the number 2 spot. SKYLYNN CARLSON right there in another new ride, the 07 Kmart Ford, is right there in third. She won at California last season. Stephanie Naylor will lead a lap convincingly. It's Stephanie Naylor leading, but here comes SKYLYNN CARLSON with the help of the number 90 of Alex Filter, another new ride. Following them will be Kathy CANTARA in the number 6 Stroh's-Light Ford. Also in a new ride. And there's Justin Acosta, another rookie in the number 95 Shoney's in Olds. Following by Liam Campbell, driving the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. Actually, Liam's car was driven by Kathy this season. As you see, Kathy is driving the number 6 Stroh's-Light Ford, but the lead getting a lap to Alex Filter. And right behind Liam is Colin CROPLEY. You talk about a feud. The CROPLEY-Campbell feud has been really, really hot of last season, but the lead right now is going to be Kathy CANTARA. There's Liam Campbell. Colin CROPLEY. Also have the number 81 of Nick Baxter, another rookie. The Pontiac. And there is your Bud Shootout winner, Daniel SCHWAB, right behind. There's Kathy CANTARA. Now it's Liam Campbell. Colin CROPLEY going to follow the draft of Kathy CANTARA. Teammates right there, back to back. Kathy will take the lead, but here comes Colin. Colin's going to try to lead a lap with the help of the number 81 of Nick Baxter, as I said earlier. There's Daniel SCHWAB. There's Eric Matthews, the new ride. Followed by Connor Breton, and in the car that Colin CROPLEY drove last season, number 11 Budweiser Baby Ruth Banquet Foods Ford, driven by Bob Marshall. Another rookie, Daniel SCHWAB, going to the inside, trying to go for the number 2 spot on Nick Baxter. Goes up high. Colin CROPLEY has it leading coming out of turns number 3 and number 4. And then is Eric Matthews. Connor Breton, the winner at North Wilkesboro in the Interstate Batteries Lumina. And it will be Daniel SCHWAB just getting a lap there. Daniel SCHWAB just nosing out Colin CROPLEY for that lap, so. And then getting passed by Eric Matthews, Connor Breton, and Bob Marshall. There's the number 4 of Zach CARLSON as well, another new ride. We're not even halfway into the race yet. There's another new ride, the number 40 EDS Lumina of Dylan Hughes. Moving to the inside of, look like he's going to make a move on the inside of the number 4 of Zach CARLSON, but not to be. It's Colin CROPLEY and Daniel SCHWAB drop back. Eric Matthews leads. Connor Breton second. Now Connor's going to make a move on the inside of Eric Matthews with the help of a handful of drivers, including Bob Marshall. But it will still be just barely Eric Matthews will lead that lap, but Connor Breton's going to get it. But here comes on the inside is Bob Marshall, a rookie. Right behind Dylan Hughes is the number 1 Autolite Ford of Joseph Lombard, another rookie. That was the car driven by Keon Shaw last year. Keon actually driving a new car this year, the number 87 Dentine Lumina. And talk about the Hughes family, right behind Joseph is Austin Hughes, Dylan Hughes' father. In a new ride, the Citgo Buick. And there's another new ride, speaking of which, the number 51 Exxon Lumina of Sasha Dawson and Zach CARLSON will just get nosed out. How about that lap? 200 miles an hour, basically 200.562, as the lap was led by the number 40 of Dylan Hughes. But now it has been taken away by Joseph Lombard, and Austin Hughes is going to be right there in second. There's Sasha Dawson. There's James Qualls right there, who won twice last season. And Trey Campbell, the number 92, new ride for him this season. So you have this bunch, 6 cars. But the top 5, the only old ride is James Qualls. Following them will be another new ride, the number 82 Ford of Fred Christopher, who had made a prominence in the CASTOR GTX Cup. Now he's here in the Sunoco Cup, but that lead will go to, we're not at the halfway point yet, that lead will go to Sasha Dawson. Is still just on the cusp of 201 miles an hour, but Trey Campbell's going to get the lead. James Qualls is in second. Then it's Fred Christopher and Ray Castor. Then you have Dylan Ruiz, who is your outside pole sitter, right there behind Ray. Here comes James Qualls to the inside of Trey Campbell. Trey, who just won recently in the CASTOR GTX Cup at Darlington in a great last lap battle. But this time it will go to James Qualls, who will lead a lap here. The clocked speed it kind of tapered down a little bit. Still 200.9 miles an hour. There's a very fast pace here today. James Qualls will lead. Then it's be Ray Castor, who finished 5th in the points last year in the number 9 Coors Light Ford. And Dylan Ruiz following them is the number 8 Snickers Buick of Tim Walsh, the car that was driving right behind the car that he drove last season. That was the number 5 Levi Garrett Lumina that's driven by Dylan Ruiz. Tim Walsh drove last season. But it will be Ray Castor. Take a lap. Or will he? Yes, he will. Just holding off Dylan Ruiz, but Ruiz will pass him. We're at the halfway point, 10 down, 10 to go. Dylan Ruiz, Tim Walsh right behind. There once again is Jonathan Gators, and there's your Season 1 and Season 1 Sunoco Busch champion and second in the points right there back to back. That is Faith Johnson in the 86 Olds and Keith Batson in the number 28 Haviland Ford, both of which Faith had the opportunity. The lone Johnson sister racing this season in either the Sunoco Cup, Sunoco Busch, or the K&N Pro Series, which is actually surprising. I thought Emily Johnson was going to be part of it, but she not to be. Nor was Paige Johnson, which was kind of surprising. Maybe we'll see him back for Season 3. But it will be Jonathan Gators leading. Actually, that lap, they kind of tapered off a little more at 199.782 miles an hour that Tim Walsh had. Not Tim Walsh. Dylan Ruiz had, but here comes Keith Batson. Batson going to the inside with the help of the number 12 of Michael Dawson. Michael driving the car that was driven by John Dawson, one of the Dawson family members, last season to a win at Talladega, the second Talladega event. And there's the number 0 of Trent Dunham, another new ride, another rookie this season. Keith Batson will just lead that lap over Michael Dawson as they get back into the 200-mile-an-hour swagger. And right behind is the Nescaf number 63 Pontiac of Josh Osborne and Keon Shaw in the car that Josh Osborne drove last season, the 46 Chevrolet, driven this season by Johnny Gardner, who finished in the top 5 last season. So Michael Dawson will lead, but here comes Trent Dunham to the inside with the help of Josh Osborne, Season 2 Cash GTX Cup champion. It'll be Trent Dunham. Can he hold off Josh Osborne? Yes, he'll just hold him off for that lap. Staying right at the 200-mile-an-hour zone here today. Seven laps to go with Josh Osborne leading, Keon Shaw second, Johnny Gardner third, Skylar Harris, another rookie, and rounding at the top 5 will be Alexander Dawson with the help of John Acosta in another new ride, the number 45, Kraft Foods Ford. So right now your top 5, actually you're soon to be top 5 because right now Alexander Dawson's right behind Skylar Harris. Skylar Harris is actually the lone rookie here so far, but Keon Shaw, the winner of the first Talladega race, is going to go to the inside of Josh Osborne with the help of Skylar Harris. Johnny Gardner up on the high side will lose position. Josh Osborne as well. Keon Shaw will just take the number 1 spot with 6 laps to go. Again, this is a race where you don't want to put in who you want to win off the bat. You want to wait that last lap. Skylar Harris coming to the inside. Tim Fiegel right there. Same thing with Alexander Dawson, who won in Season 2 of the Cash GTX Cup right here. But it will be Skylar Harris. So Skull Bandit Olds with the help of Alexander Dawson, Tim Fiegel, Stephanie Naylor, and the number 97, I do believe that's the number 97 of Jennifer Hughes, another rookie, as they go 3 wide out, and Tim Fiegel will lead the lap. Stephanie Naylor will be second. That'll be Jennifer Hughes, Ryan Cooper, Dylan Poteet. Right there, as you got a pair of 3 wides galore right there, including Jennifer Hughes, another rookie, passing Alexander Dawson, Stephanie Naylor, Tim Fiegel, a couple of the returning drivers right now, 1-2 punch. And then once again, a rookie in the middle. with Ryan Cooper, the 4-time winner, and Dylan Poteet, the pole sitter. This time by, it'll be 4 laps to go. Tim Fiegel, the defending champion, will lead. Now Stephanie Naylor going with the help of Jennifer Hughes. Jennifer will take the number 2 spot. Ryan Cooper, Dylan Poteet, Sasha Dawson, right there. Again, seems like the rookies are, in a sea of veterans. And Jennifer Hughes is going to try to make a move to the inside of Stephanie Naylor. And does just that. Dylan Poteet back in the hunt of things. The pole sitter. Right out behind Jennifer Hughes. Sasha Dawson. Right there. Into third. Ray Castor. Right there. 3 laps to go. That lap was another 200-mile-an-hour lap. They have been stuck right in the 200-mile-an-hour zone. Dylan Poteet goes up high, gives up the number 2 spot to Sasha Dawson, and the 3 spot to Ray Castor. Kathy CANTARA is going to move up. Same with a very good, consistent showing for Jonathan Gators. But Sasha Dawson is going to go onto the inside with Ray Castor and Kathy CANTARA. As they'll kind of come on by, it'll be 2 laps to go, still anybody's race. Sasha Dawson. Here comes Ray Castor. Hard move to the inside. Here comes also Jonathan Gators. And Castor. Gators with the help. There, of course, is Alex Filter. Dylan Kilburn again. And there, actually, in number 5 is the champ, Chantel Ibarra. Tried to ride consistency. They head down the back straightaway. It is still Ray Castor, Jonathan Gators, Alex Filter, Dylan Kilburn, your top 4. Jonathan Gators is going to try to make a move as we go down to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. How about that last lap with 201.421 miles an hour? And they are right now in the 201 zone. They have picked up the pace. And here on this last lap, still anybody's race. Jonathan Gators going to the inside of Ray Castor. He'll take the number 1 spot. They head down the backstretch. This is where the difference is going to be made. Here comes Dylan Kilburn. You also have Alex Filter, new ride coming in. Alex Filter, Dylan Kilburn. A rookie. How about this? 3 rookies, 3 wide. Here comes the champ, Chantel Ibarra, right behind Dylan Kilburn. They come into turns number 3 and 4. Dylan Kilburn's going to try to start the season off, his rookie season off with a bang over the champ. And the checker flag is set to fly. Dylan Kilburn wins the Daytona 500. Chantel Ibarra, the champ, will be 2nd. Bob Marshall, another rookie, will be 3rd. Followed by Trey Campbell, very nice showing. And rounding at the top 5 will be Alex Filter. Then it'll be Zach Carlson, Jonathan Gators, Justin Acosta, Ray Castor, and rounding at the top 10 will be Liam Campbell. Then Sasha Dawson, Kathy CANTARA, Josh Osborne, Jennifer Hughes, Dylan Poteet finishing 15th. You also have the number 15 of Levi Schones, Stephanie Naylor, Daniel SCHWAB, Bud Shootout winner, 18th. Ryan Cooper, Connor Brinton. Then it'll be Alexander Dawson, Tim Fiegel, Dylan Ruiz, Dylan Hughes, Joseph Lombard. Then it'll be Nick Baxter, Johnny Gardner, Austin Hughes, Trent Dunham, and Eric Matthews. Then it'll be from 31st on down. It will be the number 86 of Faith Johnson, Colin CROPLEY, Michael Dawson, Keith Batson, John Dawson, John Acosta, the number 82 of Fred Christopher, Skylar Harris, Tim Walch, SKYLYNN CARLSON. Then it'll be, actually that was not Keith Batson, that was James Qualls. Wait, was that? Keith Batson is 28th. If that was Keith Batson, he'll finish 28th. Well, she'll finish 34th. Then it will be the number 19 of, wait a minute, Skylar Carlson. SKYLYNN CARLSON, and then rounding out the field be Keon Shaw and James Qualls finishing dead last to tail the field here at Daytona. But the winner, first time out here in Sunoco Cup, goes to Dylan Kilburn. 200.835 miles an hour in that final lap. They were flying out there today. It was almost mine-shafty. Dylan Kilburn gets the victory in the Copenhagen Olds. Looking at the point standings going into our next event. Dylan Kilburn obviously leads. Chantelli Barr, the champ, right there in second, riding the consistency from last season. Bob Marshall, Trey Campbell, and Alex Filter, your top 5. Then, actually, there's a tie between Trey and Alex Filter for the 4th spot. Then Jonathan Gator, Zach Carlson, Ray Castor, John Acosta, Sasha Dawson, your top 10. Liam Campbell, Kathy Cantara, Josh Osborne, Jennifer Hughes, Dylan Petit, Stephanie Naylor, Levi Stones, Daniel Schwab, Ryan Cooper, Connor Breton, Tim Fiegel, Alexander Dawson. Then Dylan Ruiz, Dylan Hughes, Joseph Lombard, Nick Baxter, Johnny Gardner, Trent Dunham, Austin Hughes, Eric Matthews, Faith Johnson, Colin CROPLEY, Keith Batson, Michael Dawson, John Acosta, Skylar Harris, Faith Fred Christopher, Tib Walch, SKYLYNN CARLSON, James Qualls, and Keon Shaw will tail the field. Early on in the season, we're getting ready for a fun Season 2 of Sunoco Cup racing, including the next event, which will be Rockingham to Kmart 500.